camera?
Yeah.
Camera.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is.
Is that a flip?
Yep.
Yeah.
They make them different colors now?
I don't know.
Yeah,
We all
yeah,
have
there's
them.
lots of different colors.
They used to just be white, so. Hold on, I'll be with you in just a second.
See? And it's really
I
easy.
can't zoom in and out anymore because my fingers are frozen. But,
I understand that.
Oh. The networks are so clogged, it's like sending a text message just like.
Are you getting this right?
So what are you guys doing again?
asking you questions.
Right, about what?
Social media.
Oh.
Social media. That's
Okay.
nice.
Well, I just, well, my company was a social media company.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
That's the place I work.
I don't have like snot or anything running down on me, do I?
Don't worry
Beard in
about
the
it.
beard. Saving it for later.
So, do you think social media like Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter influenced the election?
Influenced it? I don't know about influenced it, but they certainly played a role in it. You know, Facebook and Twitter had a lot of their did you vote in today's election sort of thing going on, and there was certainly a lot of, you know, there was certainly a lot of press and attention that was being paid to it on those sites. So I don't know if I would say it influenced it, but it certainly was very present.
Do you think Obama should continue to use social media to connect more personally with people?
You know, the president is only allowed certain types of communication, and so I would say probably social media is not one that he's going to be allowed to use. However, I do wish he could still use his BlackBerry in the email and whatnot. But it'd be kind of neat if he could, but I really don't think that'd be possible.
I do like I like the YouTube. That he's going to be doing the YouTube addresses, which is kind of cool. It's actually really cool, honestly. But I don't know. Yeah, I would say that I would prefer him not to be blogging. That's just I prefer he keeps his business to himself regarding personal matters. I mean, but with the country, tell it to me on YouTube.
Do you think that social media should be used in education?
Should be used in education?
Yeah.
Such as like MySpace and Twitter and stuff like that.
Yeah, Twitter, Facebook.
Well, like, can you give me an example? Like what you?
Well, there's this elementary school in North Carolina that sent us a crocodile, like a stuffed crocodile, to take with us on our trip. And so we've been like flickering images to them and videos of the crocodile. So that's how those kids are learning about the
Vlogging.
inauguration.
I see.
So
So it's like an interactive sort of thing that you're using.
Using the
Twitter as like a
crocodiles,
catalyst.
is like a means to for them to connect with.
because
Oh.
they're little kids, so they're
Yeah. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty cool. I just don't know. I don't know if I think that something like MySpace or Facebook can be utilized in a way that could be beneficial to schools. I don't know. For education, maybe. I don't know.
I think that's a pretty neat idea. Obviously, the onus of the education falls on you to teach them as you go on your journey. So this was pretty neat. I can't say that I can think of all the different ways that those sites could be used for education. But if you're going to do something that's I think pretty ingenious as that.
Sure, something can be developed.
Yeah.
That would be what I would say is I don't think there's something that exists that can be utilized with the success that you're looking for to do it quite right. But if there's something developed, if there was a Facebook version of strictly used for educational purposes only, that would be I think helpful. But I don't know. I think that the way that those programs are they're used as they are is it's too wide of a allowance in what you can and can't do on those sites.
Do you think that there's been a shift between the way people get their information from traditional media, like the news or newspapers, to social media?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. And maybe not working in the social media sense so far, but it certainly has shifted from something as traditional as newspaper or the evening news. It was only a year or two ago when all the traditional news media started saying, well, all the kids are getting their news from you know, Jon Stewart in Comedy Central. So, you know, it's definitely changing, and social media is just another one of those tools that things are getting passed around. And, you know, my brother in Atlanta, you know, posts news stories on Facebook, and I see what he gets to read, you know, and I don't read about that stuff. You know, it's
the whole like blog networking thing. Like you can set your own homepage up to specifically like, you know, the news sites that you want to know about, and it just feeds you directly their updates, and you don't even have to visit those sites anymore. You just get it fed directly to you. So I mean, it's just, but yes, I mean it's totally changing. You know, I think it's kind of a shame because I don't like the idea of like physical media, like print media and stuff like that taking a back seat. I think that like, you know, having something, holding something in your hand like a magazine is awesome. But like, you know, the way things keep progressing, you know, you won't be able to read like, you know, alternative press kind of magazines. Not the magazine Alternative Press, but like magazines that like are
alternative in nature.
Alternative in nature, absolutely. They won't be able to compete in a market where they have to print tons of copies of it, and if people can just read the same stuff online 3 weeks before it's printed, you know, then they're at a loss. So I think it kind of sucks, but it's definitely there. I mean, I get most of my news from online.
Do you think social media helps with connections between people, or do you think it takes away from more personal relationships?
I think it definitely helps. You know, I was very late coming to the social networking. You know, I didn't even do it when I was in college. I didn't even start until well after I was out. And, you know, I think a lot was made of losing that personal connection. And I think there's something to be said about that, especially if you use social media and social networks to take those away from you. But I think in many regards they can enhance. You know, there's a lot of people that I don't see on a face-to-face basis anymore, but I can keep up with them on Facebook or MySpace or something like that. And if they're going to an event, say, such as the inauguration today, and if I knew they were coming, I'd be able to find out that they're here. I'd be able to find them. I mean, I've got Facebook on my phone, you know? I can go up and say, hey, where are you at this moment, you know? So I think there's something to be said, but it's all about the person. If you want it to become a replacement, then it will. But if you use it as a tool, like any other tool, then I think it can only help improve.